your squats? Tell me, is it easier to squat on your toes or your heels?
Heels.
Heels. Sweet, we're doing great. Your heels. Think about that. You produce more power by pushing through your heel. This is a very long, slow developing movement. It's not something to be done like super quick, right? We actually, when we glide, we want to glide. It's not a hop, it's a glide. Down and back. Down and back. My hips will move down and back, okay? We are producing energy coming this way and going that way. We're getting the ball moving. That's all we're doing. Get the ball moving. Keep it moving, right? So, 1, now 2, sit back, extend, boom, there you see I'm on my heel. Now, before we go to the next step, I usually tell people to reset that foot down, just for the sake of having it there. But look, am I in an A drill? Where's my shoulders at? I'm still in almost the same position. I just moved because my hips move. But look from the top of my head to my left heel. Is it a straight line or is it bent? Straight, right? I didn't bend over. I didn't go here and go like that, did I? No, I stayed straight. I'm trying to keep the movement as simple as possible. I want to keep having to do less energy. Listen, if you haven't figured it out by now, I became a thrower for one reason. I hated running. I mean, I'm not lazy by any stretch, but I hated running, okay? And then I figured out, wait, honestly, if you're a really lazy thrower and you want to do things the simplest way possible using less energy, man, now you're talking. Like, I can get a better result by doing less work. It's like cheating on a test, right? Like, I don't have to study, I'll just cheat off someone else's paper. It's kind of like that, because you don't have to do as much work, but you're getting the same or better result. That's why I love throwing. I'm just learning how to make my body do things more efficiently without having to waste any energy, which I love, right? I mean, I really do. Now listen, you want to be a really good thrower, you're going to have to work hard. There's a lot of things you still got to do, but hey, there's a way to make this thing so simple that it gets rid of all those frustrations. And I think it's easier to learn something simple and then just get great at it than trying to put all these little different things on it and just only being good at it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be special. Listen, I don't care if it looks like the most basic, simplest thing in the world. If you throw far, you throw far. That's all that matters. I mean, you come out of the meet, you win, great, awesome. You do the least amount of work, you win. Good job. Great day at the office, right? I'm pretty sure everyone in here would love, I think all the adults would agree, if you could work less and make more money, you'd probably take that job in a heartbeat, right? If I could figure out a way how to coach people in 5 minutes and make them really great, I would do it because it's efficiency, right? We don't need more, right? There is a saying called beating a dead horse, and it's the truth. So, again, we've already gone through 2 steps. We've got 2 more. One of them we've already done, actually. Technically, we got 1 more. All right? So here we go. We're going to hit the slant T, nice balanced position. We don't want to be back here wobbling. Just hit, planted, nice and strong. Step number 1, draw that leg up. Again, we draw that leg up, you should be able to sit here and be balanced, okay? You don't want to sit here, coaches. If you have athletes who are struggling in that, hold their shoulders, hold them, do something. Let them learn what it feels like to be balanced and draw that shoulder up, okay? Simple. There's actually a really good partner drill where you can actually hold their hands down here like this. They come up and you can teach them how to learn and stretch and keep that tension back on the ball, okay? Like that. That's a really good one too. So here we go. We're going to go 1 and then easily just sit back, stretch. 2, boom. Sit back, stretch. That's all it is. It is a sit back. Active. Is there a chair here? Oh, the chair's not there. Let me put my leg back and catch myself. That's all you're doing. All right. Step 3, the tuck under drill. We throw from this drill a lot. I want my athletes to learn how to get the foot under and lift out. Okay, so you're in the A drill. We do a tuck under. I want y'all to notice my shoulders, my head. It's going to be very minimal movement when I do this drill, okay? I'm not going to sit here and fall back with it. I'm going to stay here. This foot is literally coming right underneath the center of my chest. That's all I'm doing. I'm pulling this under. But where do I start that movement from? I start from my heel. I push from my heel to my toe. Again, we already listed one reason. You're stronger off your heel than you are your toe. The second reason is if I go from toe to toe and I have to go the same distance, I wear a size 13 shoe. That's about a foot further I have to move my foot. I just told you I want to do less work. I don't want to do more. Plus, it's going to give me a less result. Now I'm going to do more work for less pay? Oh, now I'm a salary employee. I don't like that. Huh? And now I'm a high school teacher, is what it says. I want to go heel to toe. Heel, toe. Boom, there it is. right? Now watch my shoulders. How much movement? None. No wasted movement, right? Because what happens if my chest drops right there? What we just talked about with the shot put. Chest drops, it stops moving, then it also gains energy in a different direction. Now we got to reverse that energy, so we're going to use more energy to stop it and get it going the other way. We start all over, right? That's what happens. This does not drop. When we do this drill, step number 3, we go here, and when we throw from, it's boom, boom. It's literally immediately going up. Like that, okay? We try to keep the shot moving in the same direction. You don't want the pulse, okay? Hardest part for a lot of people is timing up the finish. That's fine. Listen, the best of the best of the best are still working on how they time up their finish. That's what makes the difference between, like maybe 3 inches for them. Some people could be feet, I don't know. But they're always working on the timing of the release. So, in summary, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? 4 steps of glide shot put. So that's 6 minutes we are doing. Great. I am. We started late, how about that? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So here we are, first step, nice slant T, get over, nice and balanced. 1, draw that up, be balanced, don't be wiggling. 2, sit back, stretch, boom. There it is. 3, tuck under. Guess what 4 is? Lift and turn. Let's throw it, stand throw, get up, get out, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what does that look like when we put it together? Because that's not what the glide looks like, right? The glide isn't broken down. Now remember, steps 2 and 3 are intermediaries. That basically becomes one big step, right? We get in the air. We're gonna have a little bit of a flight phase, right? We're gonna get across the ground. There's a time when we're actually not touching the ground. One thing I do hate is hearing the foot go. Y'all know where friction is? It slows you down. We gotta get that foot up off the ground, get it underneath of you, okay? So, couple ways I help develop that, because what the glide should look like, it should look like 1 to 3, 1 to 3, right? We should go here, 1, 3, right? Right there. Now, if you've been watching my right foot, you're noticing how I start this way, but when I land, it's turned underneath me. Listen, rotation all my life, that's all I ever learned was how to turn the foot underneath me. I do it naturally in the glide. Never had anyone tell me I had to do it. That was always been natural. As soon as that right foot gets up and airborne, I've always turned underneath me naturally. That's literally what I've done. So, how do we go from here to that long sit stretch and then pop and tuck, right? That's probably the hardest part of the whole glide. That's the one thing that's gonna make you frustrated, because you're gonna fall back, you're gonna land heavy on the left, you're gonna miss throws. That's what you see. There's a couple of things in between there to help develop that rhythm that I like to do, okay? Most of y'all probably done like a shuffle and throw, right? Where you've kind of just gone at some point in your life, maybe, right? I mean, I did it.
Yeah.
I did it as a freshman in high school. I mean, come on now. So, you can shuffle, right? Every one of y'all can shuffle, right? What, can you shuffle backwards? Can you shuffle backwards? Okay, let's shuffle backwards. What's it look like to shuffle backwards? Let's go. Shuffle backwards, right? I just shuffle backwards, right? I just shuffle backwards. What this can do, though, if you do this right, there's an emphasis I want to put on this. Think about shuffling backwards, but let's use step 2. Let's use step 2 this time. Okay? So what's step 2 going to look like? It's going to look long, right? So here we are, step 2, right there. You see how I got long? Now step 3, it's a pop and tuck. So what's step 3 look like? That foot just shoot right up underneath my chest real quick, right? So we'll go here, 1, 2, 3. Boom, foot's underneath you. I'm still moving. Listen. I'm a fan of using this one. Y'all know what the heptathlon and decathlon are. I am a fan of using this technique with multis. The reason is because guess what? They have to throw javelin. Y'all know what a javelin technique really is?
Yeah.
They're already doing it, so why not do the same thing, create less stress, because for the guys, the most technical fit for them is that pole vault. For the girls, it's probably high jump. It's that step to rhythm. You can pull a whole meet in those 2 events. Boom. I love using this for multi-athletes. I love using this for people who just aren't ready to, like, I'm not trying to be mean, there's some bigger people out there, bigger kids out there. They're not healthy, they're not fit, right? They're overweight, okay? They don't move well. So doing a whole glide technique with them, that's a lot to ask. Even a rotational technique, because they got to get their body moving. I guarantee you they can do this all day long and get moving. I love starting that, but what that does, let's focus on the two things. Let's focus on step 2, to sit back and stretch, and then step 3, to pop and tuck under. So here we go. Sit back, stretch, pop and tuck. There it is. As you get comfortable, this foot stops coming down. This foot stops going down. Now we sit back, stretch, boom, there it is. Okay? So that's probably the fastest way I've ever developed gliders. And I usually do it within a couple days, right? I try to get them in it as quick as possible. One thing I will say though, I've teach multis how to do regular glide. I've taught, I actually saw a girl from Alabama when I was in college, Maya Aubrey, go 54 feet, essentially from a step back, or I call back a shuffle. 54 feet, she couldn't glide. But she did this, and threw 54 feet from it. Of course, back 20 years ago, that's like top 5 in the US. So now apparently it's not. High school kids went for it. But my point is she knew how to glide, but the way she competed the best is from that technique. That's what I always say. Don't ever stop doing things that's going to make you great in the long run. But in competition, you do what you can do best. Right? If that's a stand throw, hey, just take a stand throw. That's where you're comfortable and confident. I'm all about that. I'm never going to say no to that. I want you to compete the best you can compete, but also at practice, you got to keep working on the things that you know. Because you may be gliding, and you're gliding farther than what your stand throw is, but maybe you're just blowing it out of the front of the circle, and you can't stay in. No worries, it's a technical issue. Keep practicing, you'll learn, right? But in competition, just to keep that confidence up, because results do matter with confidence, right? Just compete the way that you can do best, okay? So that's what I've got for glide shot put. Hopefully that helps out a lot of you all. If not, the idea with the discus when we do it after this session, we'll go in, we'll talk about rotational throwing, discus specifically, but I'll talk about the similarities in rotational with discus and shot, and kind of maybe some of the differences as well. Most of it has to be with we're on axis rotation, we're not, we're outside, okay?